It's always wonderful to share exciting news with your nearest and dearest. And these days, more and more people are recording each other's reactions and putting them online. But there's something extra special about this video that makes it stand out from the crowd. Hello, wonderful people. I'm Scott Leffler for WonderBot. And here is: this couple found out they'd soon be grandparents. Then a hidden camera captured his real feelings. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos. Sarah and Justin Hall are an American couple with an awesome story. Their story starts in 2013 when Sarah found out that she was pregnant. And although she was only 2 months along, the couple decided that they wanted to tell Sarah's parents the good news. But they didn't choose to share the exciting news in the most conventional way. Instead, they thought up an original plan that would give the grandparents-to-be an even bigger surprise. They figured it would be more exciting than simply telling them that Sarah was pregnant over a cup of coffee. So the couple got started setting up the big reveal. In an empty room in their house, the couple arranged a mural that would tell Sarah's parents all they needed to know as soon as they walked in. They stuck baby clothes and a baby bib on the wall. Not only that, but they also wrote the baby's due date, 4/27/14, on a sign and stuck that up on the wall too. Everything was ready for the big moment. All they had to do was get Sarah's folks to walk into the room and look at the wall. Not wanting to miss a thing, Sarah and Justin set up a hidden camera in the reveal room. Then they positioned themselves in another room and waited for Sarah's unsuspecting parents to find their imaginative baby-themed wall display. First, Sarah's mom walks into the room, nonchalantly chatting on her mobile phone. She spots the mural right away and looks baffled. Realizing what's going on, she screams, "What's this?" Hearing the commotion, her husband walks into the room to investigate. Stunned, Justin's father-in-law echoes his wife's surprise. "What is this?" he parrots, as his wife tells the person on the other end of the phone, rather abruptly, that she has to go. Next, Sarah's mom yelps excitedly, "Sarah, are you pregnant?" before running into the next room to find her daughter, leaving her husband alone in the empty room. In the background, Sarah can be heard saying that she's 2 months along, sending her mother into a frenzy. She screams and cries, running back to her husband, who's still speechless, in the other room. "I'm gonna pee my pants," she yells. The stunned grandfather-to-be is speechless for a moment and then manages a few dazed words. "You're kidding me," he says in a bewildered tone, as his wife runs out of the room once more to find her daughter. "You're lying, aren't you?" Sarah's mom asks her. As the mother and daughter talk excitedly in the other room, Sarah's dad stands alone in front of the mural, taking the big news in. He may not have screamed and run around the house like his wife did, but that didn't mean he wasn't ecstatic about the happy news. What he did next proved exactly how he felt about it all. Not aware that there was a camera pointing right at him, he did something awesome that showed his true emotions. He had a quick glance around the room, checking that he was alone before he let loose. All of a sudden, he launched himself into the air with an amazing burst of energy. He threw his arms around and jumped up and down like an excited child. The overwhelmed grandfather-to-be didn't even say a word during this hilarious dance session. Once his few seconds of release were out of his system, he headed to find his daughter in the next room, before the video cut out. Men are often criticized for not vocalizing their emotions enough. But this guy proved that physical expressions of joy are just as meaningful as verbal ones. There's no way that Sarah and Justin could question how much the news meant to Sarah's dad once they watched the video. I found it funny how he looked around to make sure there wasn't a camera before jumping like a 5-year-old getting a puppy, Justin wrote alongside the footage, which he uploaded to YouTube. The video showing the grandparents-to-be finding out the big news had been an enormous hit. It garnered over 8 million views since it was first published back in September 2013. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the online community seems to have been particularly impressed by Sarah's dad's happy dance. "Oh my God, that reaction made me so happy," one YouTube user commented, while another wrote, "It's so sweet that he thought no one was watching him when he jumped around." But as always with viral stories, some people have found reasons to criticize it. One pessimistic YouTube user said, "Sad that he thinks he has to hide his happiness." But others simply suspected that Sarah's dad needed a bit of time for the news to really sink in before he celebrated. Others found that there was plenty of jokes to be made about his reaction. One such joke was that Sarah's dad was jumping for joy because the pregnancy news meant that his daughter and her husband might move out of his house. And someone else suggested that Sarah's dad might actually be angry and his energetic dance was simply an expression of frustration. Despite some cynical people choosing to overanalyze the footage, there's no doubt that it's a brilliant video that's made millions of people laugh and cry. Although it was originally posted 4 years ago, it's recently become popular once again, and it's clear to see why.